Hello, I'm Midget Alan. Today I bring you another video. Today we are painting a Chaos Bloodbound Slaughter Priest with Hackblade and Chaos Warrior shield. God, that is a mouthful. Now, you will notice that a lot of this is not in focus. Some of it is, some of it isn't. It switches a lot. That's because I recorded this without the intentions of increasing the, what do you call it? Thighs of the video. I was going to do it exactly how I normally do, but I thought I'd put in a little bit of extra work to see how it goes. God, that was a mistake, but let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy my scuffed video. Alright, let's get into it. Oh, I should say this actually. No, stop before we go in it. Here we go. If you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so you never miss another video. And hopefully I should get this sorted out by 2, maybe 3 more videos to go before I figure out what the optimal settings is to get this to work. But we'll see. Alright, now let's get into it. Starting this, I go with Army Painter Fur Brown to start with the skin. This is what I mean by not being very focused. It goes in and out, so I've got to try and figure out how to get the autofocus to work better, or to track the model even more. I'm not 100% sure yet. There are so many things I will have to do to get this to work, but we'll see. Army Painter Tan Flesh. I start the process of slowly highlighting this entire thing. What do you call it? Army Painter Barbarian Flesh. I focus this solely on the highest edges to, well, establish volume and shadows. My goal is to try and put a little bit more effort into this model because it is a one-off model, which I try to do with a lot of my one-off models, but there are days I have good days and days. We all have good and bad days. Let's be real. So sometimes you don't paint as well as some. Army Painter Fur Brown. I put a lot of water in this to add it into a wash. Slowly just like fill in the crevices. Just to add that little bit of recessed shading again. There's nothing too fancy to it. It's simply how it is. Army Painter Matte Black and Dragon Red. With the combination of this gives you this nice dark red. It does darken a lot more than this. And just cover all the armor panels of it. Nothing too crazy, pretty simple, pretty easy. I hate this chair so much. It won't go lower, so oh no, it does. Army Painter Dragon Red. Using the airbrush, I slowly use it to increase the saturation of the armor. Do I hit the skin? Yes, I do go back and fix up the skin from start to finish. Now if I get my thumb out the bloody way, I should be able to get this thing to focus properly. Again, I didn't record this with the intention to zoom in this much, but we'll see what we get. Game Color Scarlet Blood. I use this to push those highlights up a lot faster and a lot more vibrant. Building up these highlights, yes, you could do it with a brush if you've got the patience, which I do not. But yeah, Game Color Glorious Gold, Army Painter Matte Black. With this mixture, I start working on the gold. There is a lot of gold on this dude. Not as much as I thought, but there's a lot of trim. Even though it's half his body, there is still a lot of it. I'll try my best to avoid the main areas, but let's be honest, it is what it is. Citadel Beast, Dryad Bark. I use Dryad and just go over all the leathers, the inner parts of the armor, just like the segmented bits. So you get this nice, this brown base over everything. Now I do know some people are going to be like, oh wait, he doesn't have his belt buckle. I used it for something else. Specifically my Khorne Sanguinius. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Game color, glorious gold. Using this to highlight the gold. Simple as that. Try my best to follow the same pattern as the armor's highlights. I try my best. It is not perfect by any means, but I do try my best to try and like match the highlight pattern so it looks somewhat cohesive. Citadel Base, Lead Belcher, Model Air Ivory. With this mixture, it gave me a really nice, like, bright yellow metallic, and I just used this to hit all the edges to highlight everything. And my god, does it look good. Gave it a really nice consistency of like a watery, smooth texture, but also it's not too bright, so it doesn't like completely take away. Army Painter Matte Black, Citadel Base Lead Belcher. I use this for the sword and standard metallics. And all these thousands, I think it was what, 50 I counted little beads of metal sticking out of him. Why? Who just thought that was a good design choice? Because god, there was a lot of it. Did I miss a few? Probably. I have no idea how many there are. Citadel Base Lead Belcher. I use this along the blade edge, try my best to stay in the brighter areas so I get a nice blade. Then I trace these scratches and nicks, trying to add even more highlight to it. I also hit the chains. Citadel Beast Lead Belcher, Model Air Aged White. I use this as my final highlight color for all the steel, which is mainly just the Hackblade. Why is it called the Hackblade? I don't know. I would have named it a Hackblade, but I am not anyone of James' workshop, so that's a bit sad, but it's what it is. It's not like the employees get much say anyway. Army Painter Leather Brown. I use this as a dry brush motion and go over all the parts I painted with the Dryad Bark, allowing it to create texture. Keeping it towards the edges and the raised areas, it makes this really nice leather pattern and makes his pants look like just, well, a brown pants. And nothing crazy there, but effective. Army Painter Monster Brown. I use this as the edge highlight. Or, well, a final highlight. I hit the edges, the raised areas, the torn bits of the boots and stuff like that, the belt. Pants, yeah. All of it gets a little bit of brown, and this monster brown, and it just looks nice. Army Painter Dark Tone. I use this to highlight all the edges of all the work with dark tone, making it more grimy dark. Yes, I do put it over the muscles because I didn't exactly like how the fur brown wash was looking. It just didn't give it the right framing I wanted. Did I know what type of framing I wanted? No, but when I put the dark wash on it, it looked great. Model Air US Desert Armor. I use this on the skull on the base. What's this a skull of? I have not a bloody clue. Does it look interesting? Absolutely. So I get a little bit of love and attention. I do 2 coats of this cut of US Desert Sand. Desert Armor, I mean. Did I use it? Whatever it was. I used 2 coats. Model Air Ivory. I use this as a highlighting coat, hitting the raised edges and just sort of blocking out the brighter spots. I apologize again, this is very blurry. The camera was unfocused. And it keeps unfocusing. It's trying to like autofocus on my hand. I'm probably gonna have to lock focus or put a range in it. Model Air Aged White. I use this as a highlight for all the bone edges. To be honest, I probably should have mixed this in with the ivory just to like dull down the whiteness, but it is what it is. Worked well, I'm happy with it. Nothing too crazy. This is a nice, probably 2-3 hour paint job. I don't actually time these, I forget most of the time, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so you never miss another video. And check out my Discord down below if you're interested. I'm trying to build a community, slowly but surely. I'll hopefully gain a small following over there. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this little more relaxed video. And hope you guys have enjoyed my new background audio, like the music and everything. Alright, I think that's it. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.